Hello, my name is Msanchez, and this is my service learning project for Hospitality Business Management 381. So I had the privilege of volunteering at Whitman County Humane Society, where I volunteered for 5 total hours over 5 different days. I worked primarily with socializing dogs who were a little bit shy around humans and making sure that they just got accustomed to humans being around. Overall, I built really great connections to other volunteers and got some really great observations of management styles. I also learned a lot about myself through this experience. So when working with the dogs, I got to work with 4 different terriers over my total 5 hours. My first hour was spent with 3 terriers who came from a hoarding home and didn't really know how to be around humans. So I spent a lot of time just sitting in their kennel, getting them used to me being around, talking to them, walking around them. And this helped them a lot. They ended up getting adopted. The next 4 hours was spent with Zazu, who was also a terrier, came from the same home, and he struggled a lot. He was barking a lot. I'm a very anxious and shy dog, and spent a lot of time just getting him accustomed to myself. He ended up eating out of my hand and getting very comfortable, which is really great. And overall, he was able to build some confidence and is now in a foster home. So lessons from Zazu. This is Zazu. I learned a lot about myself because I wasn't just there to help him. He actually really helped me as a person and growing as a person. He helped me with patience and kindness as he was constantly barking at me. I had to be able to remain calm in this situation and in a stressful, loud environment. And he kind of reminded me that there were a lot of other things going on outside of my life, and I was able to give back to my community a little bit. Some big management observations that I noticed from this Humane Society was that they used the cognitive compliance strategy that we discussed in class at the beginning of the semester. This was something where they explained why procedures were done a certain way and why it was in our best interest to follow that procedure. For example, cleaning all of the bedding and everything like that was a big one. We didn't want to get the dog sick. They would end up throwing up. We would have to clean it up. It would be a big mess, and nobody wants to have a sick dog. That's just not very fun. And so they're really good at explaining this to the volunteers, and when they went through some management changes, we were able to pursue through these changes as we knew procedures and why those procedures were important. So I think they did a great job in training volunteers. So throughout this experience, I learned a lot about myself. One being self-awareness, which is something we talked about in class. I had to watch my mannerisms, especially around such anxious dogs. And I think this connects really well to hospitality. As you're working with a wide variety of people, you have to be aware of yourself, and especially when working in customer service. Overall, I felt like this experience was really valuable. It taught me a lot about different management styles and leadership as well. I'm really grateful to have had this opportunity to volunteer with Whitman County Humane Society, and I'm really hoping to return next semester as well. Thank you.